Basmeter's the trip here for race number 2, and it's all about speed as well. The pace will be on for sure, as we have Mr. Right for one, dropping in class from Barrier 1, an 8-time course and distance winner. Serafina into this class for the first time. Hong Kong win from Barrier 10. He rolled forward on his last start. He's first up since June. Happy winner. He's first up since March. Travel Day took run up behind Hardly Swears last time out. More pace here from Very Sweet Orange from Barrier 12. Blade Racer from Barrier 2. Demon's Rock won't be involved in that speed duel, I wouldn't have thought, from Barrier 8. He'll be looking for some cover. Hong Kong win, Happy Winner, Very Sweet Orange, Blade Racer and Flying Godspell are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days.
It will be fast, Andrew, no doubt. Mr. Right, Blade Racer, Very Sweet Orange, Hong Kong win. Even to some extent, Jazz Steed led an 800-metre trial recently, going all the way to score. Whether he can match it with them here over the 1,000, we'll have to wait and see. But there'll be sort of quite a few horses sort of vying for 1 or 2 spots nearer the rail up front in the initial stages.
I thought we'd take a trip up to Chung Fa and see Hong Kong win here. He's a horse who's been up there for a long time now. He's had a lot of work up there and he's had a lot of gallops as well. So he goes nicely. Interesting to see how he does go fresh. Does the Hong Kong win, the 4 horse. He's currently favourite as well. The next one we're going to have a look at here is Travel Day Took. I thought he was going to win last start. He just got beaten on the post, didn't he? He's still a maiden from 34 starts. His track work suggests he's going well, though, as you can see, and see if he can back it up. And Blade Racer, I thought it was a nice win from him on the surface, the all-weather. He's got a low draw as well. We know he's another one that's got plenty of speed, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes back now at Happy Valley.
All right, OK. We'll hear from Neil Callan talking about Travel Day Talk very shortly. First, let's have a look at a couple in action. Starting off with Mr. Right and Hong Kong win. So this is last season, start of May in actual fact, they're around 1-2. Yeah,
and we had to go back this far to get a decent replay of what they're capable of because Hong Kong Win hasn't raced since the third following this behind Snap Fit. And obviously Mr. Right's had 2 runs this term, but he's been beaten a mile. So you've got to go with him on this. And we know in this class, 8 wins over the course and distance and 7 in the grade.
Yeah, that's the key because the 2 runs have been at Sha Tin and he's not a performer at Sha Tin. We've seen that before. He's had 14 goes at Sha Tin for... The best he's ever done was a 4th. So back here, this is his course. He's won off a lot higher rating before Barrier 1, and he doesn't need to lead. He can just sit him behind.
Have those runs first up, second up been good enough, though? That's the question.
The Sha Tin, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I agree. Yep.
Strathallan, the next one we'll have a look at then. Another one who's been at Sha Tin, just down the straight behind Allied Agility.
Yeah, well, this will be his 3rd run back into this grade. This preparation, of course, started off in this class this season. He is a 2-time winner here. He's got the £10 claim for Alfie Chan. And I think that might give him a chance towards the end of the race.
Yeah, he finished off this race nicely enough, didn't he, Strathallan? I didn't put him in the end, but yeah, with that claim, he's going to come right down on the weights.
Yeah. All right, jumps from Barrier 6 as well. OK, that's a couple of the key races out of the way. Travel Day took one of him, all but one last time. Let's hear from the jockey, Neil Callan.
Neil, Travel Day took. Gee, you must have thought you were home last time out.
Yeah, it was quite frustrating to get nailed on the post, but I suppose the winner, with the way the race panned out, you know, the injection of speed mid-race kind of gives something a chance to close off. But look, he had a good draw. He travelled around quite easy. Richard wanted me to be patient and get there as late as possible, and I did that. And he quickened up and looked like he had the race put to bed. But unfortunately for him, someone came from the clouds and just nailed him on the post. So, hopefully he can go on better this time.
Coming back to 1,000 metres, how do you view that?
Yeah, it's no problem to him. He's shown in the past that he's pretty versatile regards to like 1,000, 1,200 and Happy Valley. It's nice saying that when he's still a maiden, but look, he's always, once he kind of gets the tempo and the right draw and the right pace, in the right position, it gives him every chance. So, look, the ability's there, everything's more or less fell into place a few times, but he just hasn't quite got his head in front, but hopefully this will be the day.
He'll certainly get some pace to run out this week. That's Travel Day took Neil Callan. Next up for us, Serafina. We're going to take a check on here. We're back at the trials with him.
Yes, and he finished 2nd behind President's Choice here in an 800-metre trial, and he travelled strongly. Blinkers go back on. He's into this class for the first time. Hasn't raced since the end of last season. Yeah,
Class 3 winner off 67, now down to 58 from Barrier 3. I think he's a good chance. He can just sit him behind the strong pace as well. So interesting to see how he does go those blinkers back on.
All right, it's 2 starts at the back end of last campaign. We're on the all-weather, but
Had
back
one
onto the
win
turf.
too, and Alberto Santa the man to get it.
Absolutely, yeah. He's in flying form. Another winner on the weekend for Alberto. Favourite here, Paul, is Hong Kong Win first up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the course and distance specialist here, Mr. Wright. He's downgraded now, and he's won in Class 3 before, Barrier 1. When he has won one of those, or a couple of those 8 races, there has been strong pace, and he did carry 133. And the jockeys kept him right in behind it, and I think they'll do something similar here. Serafino, with the blinkers back on, is very well rated, and that trial was good. Travel Day Took, you wouldn't begrudge him a win. He's just got nutted last time in Hong Kong Win. I think he's forward enough to run a good race. 1, 2, 8, 4.
Yeah, I was scratching for something confident here, and I struggled. I ended up going with the 3 for the reasons I mentioned before. Just the claiming rider, the 10 pounds off his back here, Strathallan, and a reasonable gate, good record class, going in third up. Millard Stable going okay. Demon's Rock should get a nice pace to run at. Travel Day Took could probably win this and maybe win it fair and square. As Paul said, you wouldn't begrudge him that. I put in Serafino, but Paul's made the case for Mr. Right. You can look at Hong Kong Win. Jazz Steed's trialled well. Last start winner, Blade Racer. Very Sweet Orange has won 2 of his last 4. So it's a fairly open market, I would have thought.
Yeah, it looks tricky, doesn't it? I went Demon's Rock as well. All the pace on. I can see him closing over the
You've got
top.
to stick with him.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. But a good race. Be quick anyway. Race number 2.